Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to have you here today. Today, we're taking a vibrant journey into the heart of global economies. Our focus will be on understanding what economic industries are and why they matter. Throughout this presentation, we'll explore different sectors, their roles, and how they shape our world. So, let's get started and dive into this fascinating topic together. Let's take a closer look at how we produce and sell goods and services. Essentially, it's about using the resources we have to create products or provide services that people need or want. This process is at the core of any industry, which we can think of as the organized effort to transform materials into finished goods or services. Speaking of materials, these are the raw ingredients or components that can be used in production. They can range from natural resources like wood and minerals to manufactured inputs like fabrics or electronic parts. Resources are the foundation of this entire process. They include everything from natural resources, human labor, capital, and technology. Without these resources, industries wouldn't be able to operate or produce anything. So, when we talk about resources and industry together, we're really highlighting the vital relationship between the inputs we have and how they drive economic activity, creating goods and services that meet societal needs. This connection is fundamental to understanding how economies function and grow. Economic industries are really the different, dynamic, and essential ways in which people earn their living. When we talk about industries, we're referring to the various sectors or fields where economic activities happen. These industries are what drive the economy and provide jobs for people. The key point here is that these industries are not static. They constantly evolve with technological advances, societal changes, and market demands. Understanding the definition of economic industries helps us see how diverse and interconnected our economy truly is. They include everything from agriculture and manufacturing to services like healthcare and technology. Recognizing these different industries allows us to better appreciate how our daily lives are connected to a larger economic system. Overall, these industries are vital because they shape the way people work and earn their living, and they also reflect the growth and development of a society. So, when we discuss economic industries, we're really talking about the backbone of economic activity and how it sustains communities and nations. Now, let's take a closer look at the main types of industries and how they fit into providing essential services to people. First, we have primary industries, which involve extracting raw materials directly from nature. Think of activities like mining, fishing, or farming. These industries are the foundation because they supply the basic resources we need. Next, we move to secondary industries. These are all about manufacturing and transforming raw materials into finished products. For example, turning steel into cars or fabric into clothing. This stage adds value and creates the goods we use every day. Together, these two types of industries form a vital chain. Primary industries gather the raw materials, and secondary industries turn them into useful products. Both are crucial for supporting the economy and meeting people's needs. Understanding these distinctions helps us see how different sectors work together to deliver the essential services that keep our society running smoothly. Let's take a closer look at some examples of primary industries. You see here oil exploration, mining, fishing, and farming. These activities involve collecting and using natural resources directly from nature. Essentially, they are about extracting raw materials that are found in the environment. When we talk about primary industries, we're referring to the process of obtaining raw power or raw materials that will later be used in other industries to make finished products. So, whether it's digging for minerals, catching fish, or harvesting crops, all these activities are fundamental because they provide the essential resources needed for the economy to function and grow. This is a crucial part of the overall production process, serving as the foundation for other industry sectors. Now, let's take a closer look at some key examples of the secondary industry. First, we have food processing, which involves taking raw agricultural products and transforming them into consumable foods. Think of canned vegetables or packaged snacks. Then, There's textile production, where raw fibers like cotton or wool are turned into fabrics and clothing. Moving on, making furniture is another example, taking raw wood or other materials and crafting them into tables, chairs, and other household items. Finally, assembling cars is a big, complex process that combines many components into a finished vehicle ready for the road. All these activities share a common purpose. They process raw materials into finished goods through manufacturing and assembly. This is what we refer to as the secondary industry. It's all about transforming raw resources into products we use every day. These processes are essential because they add value and help meet the demands of consumers. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding these examples helps us see how industries contribute to economic development by turning basic resources into useful products. Let's take a closer look at some of the key service industries that meet our essential needs and support our daily lives. First up, tourism and travel. This industry not only allows us to explore new places and cultures, but also drives economic growth and global connectivity. Traveling by plane, train, or bus helps us stay connected and supports local economies. Next, transportation, whether it's cars, buses, or trains, is crucial for moving people efficiently from one place to another. It keeps everything running smoothly, from daily commutes to long-distance journeys. Hospitals and healthcare are, of course, vital for maintaining our health and well-being. They provide essential medical services, ensure quick responses in emergencies, and help us recover and stay healthy. Schools and education are the foundation for personal growth and societal progress. They equip us with knowledge and skills that are necessary for success and innovation. All of these industries, tourism, transportation, healthcare, and education, are examples of the service industry. They deliver intangible goods and services, things that can't be touched but are incredibly valuable to our quality of life. This slide highlights how meeting these essential needs relies heavily on the service industry, which plays a central role in supporting our everyday lives and overall economic stability. Most resources actually go through all three industries before they finally reach us as consumers. It's a complex process, but it's essential to understand how these industries work together in this vital economic chain. First, we start with the raw materials, which are the basic resources extracted from nature. This is the primary industry. From there, these raw materials are transformed into finished products through manufacturing and processing, which is the secondary industry. And finally, once the products are ready, they go through sale and distribution, involving services like marketing, logistics, and retail, before they reach the final purchase by consumers. This journey from resource to consumer highlights how interconnected and layered the process really is. Most of the time, resources pass through all three industries: raw material extraction, manufacturing, and distribution, before they end up in our hands. Recognizing this helps us appreciate the complexity behind everyday products and the importance of each industry in keeping the economy moving smoothly. A strong and diverse economy is really the foundation of prosperity and self-reliance for everyone. When a country can produce a wide variety of goods and services, it becomes more resilient and capable of meeting the needs of its people. This concept of production power shows us how vital it is to have the ability to generate many different products. Strong nations can depend on themselves because they have the resources and industries in place to sustain their economy. This national strength is crucial because it keeps a country stable and able to face challenges without relying too much on others. Industries also play a key role in creating valuable jobs for local communities. When industries thrive, they provide employment opportunities that help improve people's lives and support their families. And all of these elements together highlight the power of industrial diversity. Having a variety of industries not only boosts economic growth, but also helps build a more resilient and prosperous society. This overall strength ultimately supports the theme of building a robust, self-sufficient economy for everyone. Let's take a look at some of the key impacts related to industry development, starting with pollution, habitat loss, and spoiled natural scenery. These issues are significant because they directly damage landscapes and can have a negative effect not only on wildlife, but also on the people who live nearby. When natural environments are degraded, it affects the beauty of the area and can even impact tourism and local well-being. It's also important to understand that some activities, while creating jobs for local communities, can have harmful effects on the environment. For example, certain industries might boost employment in the short term, but they could lead to long-term damage if environmental protections aren't in place. On the other hand, there are benefits to consider, especially when industries are managed responsibly. Sustainable practices can help balance economic growth with environmental health. This connection between industries and their environmental impact is a key part of our overall discussion, highlighting the importance of finding solutions that support both economic development and the preservation of our natural world. Factories play a significant role in pollution, especially when it comes to air and noise. These emissions can really impact the health of both people and animals living nearby. It's not just about the air quality. The noise from factory operations can also be quite disruptive and stressful. But there's more to it. Building factories often means clearing out plants and trees. These green spaces are incredibly important because they serve as habitats for many animals. When we destroy these natural areas, we're also causing a loss of habitat, which threatens the survival of countless species. So, as we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that factory development contributes to a dual crisis: pollution that harms health and the destruction of habitats that threatens wildlife. Addressing this issue is crucial if we want to protect both our environment and the health of all living beings. Environments often become less appealing as industrial development takes over, and unfortunately, this means that natural beauty can be lost forever. When factories and industrial sites are built, they tend to disrupt the natural landscape, sometimes permanently ruining the scenery that people once enjoyed. This slide highlights a key problem: how industrial development can severely damage our environment. We see how these sites can spoil landscapes, turning once pristine and beautiful areas into industrial zones. It's important to recognize that this isn't just about aesthetics. It's about preserving the natural world for future generations. As we've discussed throughout this presentation, protecting our environment is crucial, and understanding the impact of industrialization helps us find better solutions. Together, we have the power to find that balance between economic progress and environmental responsibility. It's about supporting future generations, making sure they inherit a world that's both thriving and sustainable. Support future generations. This means taking actions today that ensure they can enjoy the same opportunities and quality of life we do. At the same time, we need to ensure economic growth. This is essential for creating jobs, improving living standards, and driving innovation. But growth shouldn't come at the expense of our planet. Protect our planet. This is about safeguarding the environment so it can continue to sustain us. Wise resource management is key. It's about using our natural resources thoughtfully and efficiently, which is crucial for long-term economic stability and environmental health. Building a sustainable future requires this balance. It's a shared responsibility, and by working together, we can achieve a future where economic progress and environmental protection go hand in hand.